Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your February shadow work reading. Before we get started, I just want to remind you guys that I have a special going on for my services. You can use the code Love Aquarius, which will be on the screen, for 20% off all of my services. That's tarot, astrology, past lives, spiritual counseling services. So definitely check it out on my website below. With that said, let us get started on your February shadow work reading. So let's see what's going on with Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for February 2022 collectively. Okay. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, February shadow work 2022. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. February shadow work. Wow. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Okay. Wow. So Aquarius, Sagittarius, you guys are definitely wow. I mean, you guys are always end up being the sign that doesn't really play around and likes to get straight to the point. So right now you guys are in a position where you are looking to build, not only ground yourselves, but really reclaim your strength and power. For February, your shadow work focuses on working towards your journey, like what it is that you came to this earth to do. There is a focus on you staying on that path, focusing on that journey, and looking at how you're going to be grounding yourself in the process. So how what the long-term process looks like, how you are going to attain this, especially with the bottom of the deck. It seems like you guys are overcoming and balancing out within your head what, you know, any limitations that you have placed on yourself that have created kind of before anyway, that created any blockages towards what it is that you want to achieve. And right now, one of your focuses is definitely love and relationships. I feel like you guys are looking for not only like your partner, but I feel like you guys are moving towards getting married specifically, especially because the High Priestess rules all the twos. So the first two that's coming up is balance, and then it's headed towards the Four of Wands. And then you have the Lovers coming up in the reading. This is also the card of Gemini, which is your opposite. So there is a focus on soulmates. There's a focus on something that is more grounding, something that is more sustainable, something that's longer lasting as well. Center of the reading with the King of Pentacles. You guys are making intentions for the future that are more long-term, that are more solidifying, that are meant to stay there for a longer period of time. Not necessarily be like a fleeting moment, but something that is sustainable. So you guys are working through calling in not only the energy stability, but you're calling in a partner, calling in a relationship, calling in an experience that is part of your destiny, part of your in the larger scheme of things. Like you guys are thinking bigger, wider. Again, like that's that Jupiter energy. So who is surprised? But you guys are thinking bigger. You guys are thinking more about your future. You're thinking more about where you're headed. You're being very, very calculated. That's really the way that this is also coming off. It's like you're being very calculated. You're also working with your spirits and being more divinely guided through the process of you attaining this. And you kind of not only working on healing yourself through what has occurred in the past, because that's also the way that this is coming out with the High Priestess. Like, you know that there was like certain things that you had to work through to get to where you are now, to be able to push towards the next thing. And it's like you definitely have been pushing and working spiritually to get yourself in a position where you can receive this, where you can open up the way. And it had to do with your own mental blockages, where you have been hurt before, really healing yourself. You guys have been healing yourself, empowering yourself. You guys have come up as kings twice in this reading. So there's like this energy of, no, I recouped my energy, I recalled back my power. I've been working on healing myself. I've been doing the work, Abby, and now because I've been doing the work, I want to move towards what the future is supposed to look like. I want to go towards that direction. That's what I want to celebrate. That's where I want to get to. And I feel like you guys are setting intention to get married, or setting intention for the partner that you will marry to come through, if you have not met them already, or if you want, if you are in a relationship, wanting to take the next step with it. So there's like different layers, but you guys have been doing a lot of work. Like, you guys have not been playing around. You guys have been doing the work. You have been putting a lot of your efforts and energy towards healing yourselves, to working through a lot of your own self issues and your ego specifically to get to where you are now. And it's kind of like you're telling the universe, like, hey, I literally did the work, and now I want this. This is where I want to head to next. This is what I want next. I'm calling this in now. So let's see, what are your other messages? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, February shadow work. We have awaken your magic. Oh, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, February shadow work. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, February shadow work. We have healing and balance. Let's get one more card. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, February shadow work. And we have sexual energy. Listen, bottom of the deck is new growth. There's definitely, listen, I feel like you guys are on a little bit of like very focused. There's very focused energy coming off this reading. Like you guys are very, very determined. You might be working some sacral, you know, manifestation magic this specific month. Oh, sounded a little crazy outside. You guys might be working some sexual like manifestations for this specific month. You might be working a lot more with your sacral and your womb, which I highly recommend if you haven't tapped into your sacral magic as well. But it's like you guys are working with your spiritual side. This is why, again, that bottom of the deck, you have the High Priestess there. It's like you're working spiritually towards this healing and balance, and working your sexual energy and your intention towards what it is that you want in the long run. There's a lot of work that you guys have done for yourselves. I'm really proud of you guys. I'm really proud of you guys that you have gotten to this level. But I feel like you guys are also being a fire sign, being who you are. Like it just, once you decide that that's where you want to head, that's what happens. Like it has no choice but to happen because you have set intention for it. Archangel Michael, Sagittarius, February shadow work, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Archangel Michael, Sagittarius, February shadow work, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Positive thoughts create positive results, and the situation's already resolved. Again, you guys have been putting in the work. You guys have been putting in the work, towards what it is that you want. And now you're just literally, especially now that Venus is out of retrograde, Mercury's out of retrograde, you guys are moving forward. You guys are staying consistent. You guys know, it's almost like I know this is gonna happen because I already set intention for it. That's the way I'm hearing it. Like, oh no, I spoke to my spirits, I set the intention, Abby. I already know what I'm doing. I know why I'm calling it in the way I am. Like I know what it is, and I know it's coming. I know I'm gonna get this because it is what I want. It is the journey that I want to take on next. So that's where I'm headed. It doesn't have any type of like blockages in its way. It's coming my way. That's it. Like it's happening. You guys are definitely focusing on your manifestations and on being at peace with what's happening and when it's happening. Try to be a little bit patient. I know you guys are used to very quick, fiery, passionate energy because you guys are a very fast moving sign. But try to be a little bit patient because Venus and Mercury are coming out of retrograde right now, and that just went direct. So give things a little bit of time. But I do feel like you guys are very determined. There's a lot of determination. There's a lot of like, you guys, this is what I always say about a Sagittarius all the time. The second you guys shoot your arrow somewhere, it has nowhere else to land but the bullseye. You guys just hit it like nobody's business. It has no other choice. Like that arrow, you shot it, which means that it has to be perfect. It has to hit. It has to do the thing. Like that's it. So that's where you guys are at right now. You guys like, nope, I did the work, and now this is where I'm going. This is where I'm headed. You guys are on that king level, that very much like, I am in control. I am the boss. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm working towards. Like I'm not playing around. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, February shadow work. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Bottom of the deck. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon, Sagittarius. Okay. Your first one, your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Okay. Then we have faith in your dreams, and communication is key. And this is why I'm not surprised that the Gemini card came up in your reading, because there's an aspect of making sure your communication, and again, that was one of the blockages before. that the aspect of communication needs to be maintained through this time, but you need to maintain your goals. You need to make sure that you're also working towards it practically, and this is why, again, you guys are getting that King of Pentacles in the center of your reading. It's very, very, you know, I kind of almost like want to flip this, because if you look at the King of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles is the bull. Okay, that's that Taurus energy. So let's move that full moon in Taurus where it's supposed to be. It's right there. Your dreams need a practical plan. Work towards it. How are you going to make your intentions, make your dreams come into reality? What work are you going to put in? Maintaining your faith and maintaining your vision for your future is a great thing, but how are you doing so in the physical realm? Like, if you're trying to meet someone new, how are you gonna meet new people? How are you gonna put yourself out there? What is it that you're gonna try? What is it that you're gonna incorporate? I want you guys to think about what your actions are within the physical realm and start working towards that, and then focus on that communication. Maintain communication with your spirits, but maintain communication not only with other, like with whomever or whatever the situation is specifically that you need to make sure that you are keeping that connection through, but don't like be ghosting people that you care about. Don't be doing something that's like counterproductive to your dreams and what it is that you want during this time. Maintain that communication and focus on, I think you guys need to be listening to affirmations as well this month, as well as making some physical movements. Like, literally, what is it that you're doing? Are you going on dating apps? Are you meeting up with friends and seeing, you know, like who you meet? Are you asking or doing spell work behind the scenes to bring that partner or that situation closer to you? Okay, focus on what it is that you're doing to make the situation happen smoother. Shadow work for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for February 2022. Shadow work for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for February 2022. Shadow work for Sagittarius. Reflections. What you contemplate can actually realize. I mean, you guys do this very, very, like, pretty much all of the time. Again, whatever you focus on, wherever you shoot your arrow, that's what it's gonna manifest. That's where it's gonna happen. Bottom of the deck is beauty, grace, loveliness, integrity of form and spirit. Also, make sure you're working your glamour magic during this time. Work your glamour magic, make yourself feel good, focus on your self-care, make sure you're loving yourself just as much as you want someone else to love you. Reflection, what you contemplate can actualize. This is why that communication is key is also coming up, because your mind is the tool to draw this in. Your focus is in your mind, okay? You're wielding it's like wielding the Ace of Swords with the Magician. That's where you guys are at. You guys are at in a point where it's like mentally what you visualize, that's your targeted intention. So maintain that and you guys should be fine. Okay, literally you guys should be fine. So that is your reading for the month of February. I hope that you guys got all of the messages that you needed. Definitely make sure you take advantage of the discount. My website will be linked down below. You can also check out the Patreon, which will be linked down below. I will see you loved in the next video. Have a blessed day. Bye.